Hello Jason Lenneman. Today's video is a tutorial for ACB and it won't be too in-depth, but before we do get into the tutorial I want to address the elephant in the room. I know many of you may feel like I am a cheater, like I abandoned you, like I'm a sellout. I do just want to reinforce the fact that this isn't about money, this wasn't about money. This choice was a calculated decision that took 3 weeks to decide. It's not something I just thought of overnight. There are many factors that went into consideration and I considered basically every agent that's currently on the market, even the orange one that many of you are talking about. By the way, the reason I am ignoring the orange one is because they use the data breach in order to promote, which for me is kind of outside of my comfort zone, believe it or not. But I did consider every agent, and ACB just for me seemed like the best place for me to go to personally. I am not telling you to follow my steps. I'm not forcing you to buy from this agent. You know, there are plenty out there. You can go there. Just for me personally, I am sticking with ACB, and that's hopefully where I'll be for the next couple months, maybe even years. ACB is just an agent, so if you're wondering whether product quality will be the same, you know, whether you can get the same batches, yes, all of that is the same. The only restriction that you can have is you cannot have brand names in the listing of an item, so you can still find shoes of brands just without the brand names in the title. And if you're wondering where you can buy products, if you just pay attention to here, this will be in the Discord server. I do really want to stress the fact that I understand that many of you are angry with me or upset with me because I moved on, but I don't really have the time to spare to just sit around and wait for the investigation to continue. And because of the investigation, pretty much every agent is affected. Sellers aren't shipping, sellers are still hiding, and some sellers are still shipping products as normal, they don't care, and that goes for agents as well. So people's conspiracy theories of ACB, I don't know, avoiding, I don't even know how to explain it. The reason is because basically some agents just don't care, and also if you're on a smaller scale, then you're not going to go into the public eye quite as much, so you do kind of get a bit of a free pass. And ACB is a brand new agent, as I said. Their app is coming out very soon. It's currently in the testing phase, and I'm very excited because I feel like the app is going to be a lot better. Their website does definitely need some work. And also, before we get into the tutorial, there is Labor Day in China right now, so not only ACB but most of other agents will either really slow down in operations or completely stop working. So around the first week of May, they won't really be working. If you guys just want to sign up with the link in the description, get the coupons, and you don't need to order anything, you don't need to ship any products. For the time being, if you want to take it easy, it is still a risky time to order anything from any agent because, I mean, of the ongoing investigation. But if you want to just get the coupon secured, maybe make your account, you can do so in the description. I'm telling you, if you want to take the risk, it is risky. It's always been risky to order anything, but now especially so. It's completely up to you. But yeah, there's going to be Labor Day, so they're not going to be working for the time being. And I feel like I've kind of addressed everything I've wanted to say. So I think without further ado, it's about time we actually get into the tutorial itself. So, homepage of ACB looks very familiar if you've used any agent in the past. This is pretty much all the same. And you're wondering, okay, well, where do I start with? This is basically the same kind of process that you have with other agents. First, you basically need to find a product that you want to buy. And the products you're going to want to buy aren't going to be located on this website homepage or anything. You're going to have to do that by yourself on external sources. We usually would use Reddit, but obviously due to the ongoing situation, Reddit's are blocked. As you can see, the community is privated, so I cannot access it. I cannot show you any posts. However, there are alternatives. Search by image. This is a feature that I know many of you guys are already comfortable with. What you do is copy the image of a item or download the image, click this button, and then you can search with an image, which is very, very convenient. Despite the Reddit being blocked, the Discord still is up and posts are there every day. So new products are constantly being sent into the chat. If you want to find any product, you can even search here for, I don't know, let's say a belt or, I don't know, a cap or a blazer. That's all within your right to do so here. You don't need Reddit. You can still use Discord. This server will be linked on my Discord server, so I'm going to refrain from using any other resource other than Discord. So whatever you want will be on my Discord server, which we have over here. Almost 20,000 members. We're getting really close, which is very exciting. And I'm going to drop all the information in this channel here. So you can find products here. And once you've got your product, let's say we're going to copy these jeans here that the boy Sosa sent in. We're going to copy the link, we're going to minimize Discord, and we're going to go back here. Now we're going to paste the link into the search bar, click search, and it's going to open a new tab. In some cases, you'll be buying from a seller that has a Youpo instead of a Weidian or a Taobao store, in which case you're going to have to click on their product page, look at these images. Most of them will be quite organized, some won't. The name is the price, the size chart is obviously the sizing for the item, and the way you would order something like this through ACB is by copying this link, going into DIY orders, pasting in the link. For name, just do whatever you want it to be saved as. I would say jeans. Remark is the size that you want or color, so I would say black L, I guess. Product price, as we know from the name, is 320, so we do 320. Chinese domestic delivery fee is the shipping from the seller to the person. This doesn't include the shipping fee for the parcel to get to you. These items will be stored in the warehouse first and then shipped to you once you pay for the shipping. I hope you guys know that. Many of you might not. But yeah, so the domestic shipping fee is usually around 10 yuan, so that's basically the rule of thumb I go with. I just put 10, and now you can buy it like any other item. Once we have the product page with the jeans, you will notice it is extremely similar to what you're used to. If you've used any agent in the past, this layout is basically the same everywhere. It goes across the board, it is basically the same thing. It's very, very simple to look at. You've got your size, you've got your quantity, and you've got your options to pay. This is a bit of a bad example because there aren't many options, but now you know how to actually open the link in ACB. We're going to go on a different product that has a bit more choices to go with. So here we have another product with two options now. We got the size and the colors, and as you can tell, it is extremely simple. I mean, it's the same thing on every single agent, as I know I'm trying to reinforce, but I just want you guys to know that this isn't anything new for you, and that's why I don't need to make this tutorial extremely detailed. You'd pick a size, you'd pick a product, and you can either buy now directly or add to cart. By the way, another thing that's really cool about ACB is they have a very similar function that other agents have, where they can tell you the amount of sales on the agent, the average ship day, the weight, the volume, and you also see QCs of previous orders. You can't just yet because, as I said, the agent is extremely new. These sales haven't had time to arrive to the warehouse yet, but when they do, you'll be able to see the information here. And of course, ACB will take photos of the product for you once it arrives to the warehouse. Let's just add this to cart, and now that we have in cart, we can see it alongside all of our other items, and we can submit it. We redirect you to the payment page where you input your country of destination, and you've got options. This is slightly more overwhelming than I would like it to be completely honest, but there is a bit more information that they want you to do. So they're asking, first of all, if you want the free detailed photos, so free QCs. Of course you do, and you can specify how you want the photos to be taken for free here. Here they ask for your consent to basically open the packaging and take photos of the item. If you don't want them to do that, if you've got something fragile, you could click no. I highly suggest doing yes. And then they ask about the inbound packaging. What this relates to is them basically weighing your item with the outside box that it came in, and that doesn't necessarily mean shoe boxes, that just means boxes in general. I would suggest not picking this, so clicking confirm on don't need inbound of original packing, because in most cases you're going to be shipping multiple items together, and you don't want the external package, the external box of each item, because that's really going to increase the weight and size of your items, which will obviously mean the shipping will be more expensive. I'm going to click no prompt so it doesn't come up again, and I'll click confirm. I don't want the original packaging pretty much ever, but you can switch that here. Another two options that you have here, which are really cool, you've got speed response and priority stocking, which basically means that you get priority on your items both with the response of the agent. So once you place your order, or at the top of the queue, I guess, for being handled, for being actually purchased by the agent, and priority stocking, which means that when your item arrives at the warehouse, it will be taken photos of and stored within 3 hours. As some of you may know, with your experience in other agents, an item could arrive at the warehouse and it will only store the next day, which has always been really frustrating. Here you can buy both of these options for 5 yuan each. So I mean 10 yuan, it's around $1.50, and you get a faster service. I think that's a steal. Maybe it's just me. I'm going to take that off though, because I don't actually want to buy this item, so I'll just cancel it after. But you just click submit, and then you get redirected to the actual payment page. For the time being, there are not really many payment methods because of the investigation in China. PayPal is basically getting in the arse, and Visa is also another option that they have, or just usual credit cards, but that's also powered by PayPal. They are going to be adding more payment methods. They're going to be adding more shipping lines. So as I said, for the time being, if you don't want to order anything, I completely understand. You know, if I was a normal user and not a content creator, I would probably wait this period of time out as well. And if that's what you want to do, then I completely understand. If you just want to know how to do the process anyway, you can continue watching. But yeah, you can either top up with PayPal or just pay with PayPal directly. There is a handling fee. It is a bit annoying. A basic 30 cents and a 5% of the actual amount, which is, I mean, that is a good amount. It's kind of the best we can get for the time being. Once more payment methods will come up, these handling fees will decrease, and I'm just waiting for that. I'm not forcing anyone to order anything. If you guys think this is too much, I completely understand. Fees aren't fun. Paying for shipping, paying for handling, paying for storing, it's all quite annoying. But you can pick any option. I have a payment password set up. You'd write it in and then pay, and then it will be dragged into your orders page. You can access your orders page by going over your name and then clicking shopping order. Now, this user interface is not the prettiest. I'm going to cancel this order real quick, but I know that they're planning on cleaning it up. These things are going to change, and the app is coming, which will make this process a lot easier on mobile. You've got various tabs here for the different statuses, and you've obviously got your products below. We're going to go over basically what each bit means. So here is the actual product itself. You've got your price. After sales, which means different services that you can receive, either returning or exchanging the item. It will open up a new page and it will let you do that. This is the status of your order. So purchase would obviously mean that the agent has purchased the item and now we're waiting for it to be shipped out by the seller. You can click on the order details, which will just give you a basic rundown of when you paid, how long you're waiting at this point, what services you got added onto the item. You can make an inquiry about this specific item as well. Buy again is quite self-explanatory, and detailed photo, you can specify the amount of detailed photos you want. They each cost 1 yuan, but you can get discounts because because of VIP statuses, and because once you get more than 3 photos, you get a 50% discount, which is also quite nice. You specify what you want in each photo. Let's say I want a close-up of the belt loop for whatever reason, and then you click OK and pay for that. That's a nice service that they give you. Got print order, which is, I mean, just a PDF format or like a receipt of your order. Kind of useless for most people. Then you got priority stocking, which I already went over, and remind shipping, which is basically you urging the seller to ship the item. You guys know that sometimes sellers can take even like 12 days to ship something, or even more longer than that. So here you can simply remind them. And obviously the contact button is to just speak to your agent directly. Tip him or her is quite self-explanatory. You give them a bit of money. And then obviously you got the 3 detailed photos, 3 of them for 0 yuan, and it says unprocessed because you don't actually have the photos quite yet. So that's the whole rundown of the orders page and what each individual thing means. I know the layout of it isn't the best, I'll be completely honest. The website is going to go through upgrades in the future, and as I said many times, the app is going to get better. If we scroll down, you'll see that one of my items actually didn't get ordered. It still says order processing, and I've got a little pop-up. Your purchased order is currently accepting shipping fees. I underpaid the shipping, so what I need to do is clear the outstanding postage. Click on this button, redirect me to the next payment page, click on balance, put in the payment password, click pay now, and that's that. And you can go back to your orders page, and now you'll see that it is paid through and the order is processing. You can see all the other products I've ordered here and their specifications, prices, everything. So these are going to be the items that I'll be unboxing for my first tour with ACB, which I'm really excited to get. And obviously each item has those same options. Oh, and you see here, I still need to pay shipping on these items. As I said, now's a weird time to buy products, so you might want to be careful, might do your due diligence. If you don't want to take any unnecessary risks, if you've got money at stake that you really can't afford to lose, then I would maybe avoid this industry in general, because it's always been a bit of a risk, but obviously now it's even more. I know many of you guys have been saying that I'm kind of neglecting my audience and acting like nothing's happening and you can just buy things clearly. Let me be very transparent in the fact that it is risky. There is a risk. There's always been a risk, but there is a risk, okay? So please make sure you know that if you're a young, impressionable viewer and you're watching me right now, I'm not just going to try and make a quick bag overview. Please be careful with your money. Now that you've got the items in your warehouse, you're probably wondering how much you're going to be spending on shipping. The shipping calculator is a feature that they have. You can access it by going on this van and clicking shipping calculator and putting in the specifications. This is slightly more confusing. I will be asking them to change the layout of this calculator, and I have heard that there is a discrepancy where the amounts don't match. I know that the choices of shipping lines has decreased substantially because of the ongoing investigations. Not many shipping companies are willing to work with agents right now, so things are going to be more expensive. There's other agents out there, so I guess for your country you might want to do some more research. I'm going with ACB because it's good for the UK and it's a trusted company. It's someone that I can put my money behind, and obviously my reputation as well. So here you've got your shipping calculator. You input your country, let's say Canada. The warehouse is picked by default, so don't change that. Weight, as we know, put in, let's say, I don't know, 5 kilo, which would be 5,000 grams. Item category, I would usually go with common brand. I feel like that's the easiest one to go with. And then you've got the pricing, and then you have the options for shipping lines and their prices. If you're shipping to the EU, I would suggest using duty-free or tariffless lines. So if we choose Poland with 5 kg, common brand, you see the different shipping lines. I would only suggest using the ones that say duty-free Air Express or Europe DHL tariffless line. For declaration, the rules are the same as they've always been. So if you want to go on my previous tutorials, you'll see how much to declare for each country. That's basically pseudoscience, so it'll go across any agent and it shouldn't fail you in most cases. Insurance does come with these shipping lines if they have these little shields, so you don't have to worry about losing your money if anything goes wrong. You've also got the declaration limits provided here, but they pretty much follow the same rules as we've always been used to. So you see with this tariffless line here, 10 to 17, you declare any number in that range and you're going to be fine. Got weight limit of 10 kg. All of these specifications are very simple, straightforward. Now that we know how to calculate the shipping and we know how to order your items, you can view your items in your warehouse tab, which you can find on My Warehouse. Now, for the time being, I'm a broke boy. I've got no items. They're still on the way, but they're all stored in this place and you'll be able to submit them. I know you guys are probably wondering how to actually submit the items, and that's not something I can show you right now, but many of you are asking for a tutorial as quick as possible. Let me just say, the process is so straightforward. It's like any other agent. If you go on my old tutorial from a couple months ago or from even last year, it's going to look pretty much exactly the same. Once you actually ship a parcel, you see it on your My Parcels tab with a photo or video of the parcel, tracking number, price of shipping, all that good stuff. You can also track your parcels when going to the van and click parcel tracking. You paste your tracking number here or your parcel number and you'll be able to follow the journey of your parcel. As I said, it's a very straightforward process. It is very similar to what we're used to, so I didn't really go into that as much detail in this video as I felt like it wasn't quite necessary. I do really like some of the value-added services that they have here though. Priority stocking and fast response. I feel like those two are really nice for people that kind of want their stuff sooner and don't mind paying slightly more. In general, ACB is brand new and I know many people will be skeptical. Once again, I am reaffirming this. Do not order if you have any doubts or if you're scared or if you feel like something's going to happen, something's going to go wrong. There is absolutely nothing rushing you, you know, or forcing you. It is a risky time, okay? Let me just put that in big bold writing. It is a risky time. Besides that, it always has been risky. So I hope you guys understand that. I hope you perhaps follow me onto ACB. Of course, you don't have to. If you want to sign up using my link in the description, you will receive coupons upon registration. Obviously, remember that ACB is currently on a Labor Day holiday for the first week of May. So if you're watching this video after that, it doesn't matter. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.